Hi, my name is ANWO Professor Tua Rust, and I'm here to talk business. We're going to start by a quick review on the IUL versus the 401k. But make no mistake, what we have shown you up until this point is revolutionary. We are going to change the entire world with what we're doing. No other company is trying to eradicate poverty as a mission statement. No other company is trying to help the folks coming in to develop their own company, to literally replace ANWO. Make no mistake, we don't want you to stay with ANWO forever. As you develop yourself and your company, you will leave our nest, form your own business, create your own insurance company. Although you'll always be welcome to work with us and have fun with us, we want you to be your own independent business. What other company does that? Instead, everyone else has you work hard for them so that a few people at the top get rich. Not us. Our goal is for you to be wealthy. Yes, we will make some money, but we will not make as much money as some of you will. The total amount of money that everyone else makes will be 100 times more than what a few of us who have created this company will make. Our goal is not to take all of that $100 billion on the table, but maybe just 1% of it and give 99% of that away to you guys. This is revolutionary. No one has ever done this, and probably no one will ever do this again. This is a one-time opportunity. It's the only time in history where we have a product that everyone wants, and yet no one has. And we've found a way to give that product to folks. Imagine if instead of buying an iPhone, you became an iPhone independent contractor that went and helped other people get iPhones, and in doing so, you got paid thousands of dollars a month. So you could not only afford your iPhone, but you could actually make a living off of helping everyone else get iPhones. That's literally what we're doing. No one has insurance. No one has figured out how to give people insurance. We have, and we're going to take the world by storm. And it's going to happen very fast, and it'll be almost like a flash flood. And you guys are part of it. You guys are the top 100, top 1,000, top 10,000 people in the whole world that will bear the fruit from what we're doing. Imagine if all of America is now able to become a millionaire. How will that change the entire world? The United States will once again be at the forefront of how the world should be run. We did it once 250 or so years ago, and we're about to do it again. This time, it's not about traditional capitalism. This time, it's about social entrepreneurialism, meaning we are helping save this planet and promoting our own financial success at the same time. You can only do this with life insurance. It can't be done with any other product. And so once everyone has a life insurance policy, that's it. This isn't going to be a company that's going to be around for hundreds of years, because once everyone is insured, we won't need ANWO. You will have your own business, everyone will have their own business, everyone will be happy, and the folks like me and Hung will move on and do other things with our lives. But imagine if we could offer every unemployed American a chance to get licensed, to develop a business, and to make money for them and their family. Imagine if every disgruntled employee can quit their job and do this and become financially free. Imagine if every farmer, if every business owner who's unsatisfied with the low margins they're getting on their product, maybe they're unsatisfied with the slave labor that have gone into making their product. Maybe they're dissatisfied with the low wages they have to pay their employees. We have a solution that no one else has. Make no mistake about this. And the point of this video is for you to ingrain that in your heart. And once you truly understand what we're doing, this gift that is mightier than any other gift that I think humans have seen. I mean, don't get me wrong, religion, spirituality is amazing, right? But largely, that's kind of a way of life and perhaps a way to view death. We are talking about how to enjoy a good life for you and family right now. It's never been done before. I can't imagine another time in history before or after where this will ever be an opportunity for everyone again. It's truly, truly amazing, and I feel very blessed to be a part of it. And if you see it, then it'll be very, very easy for you to be successful. And if you don't see it, then we wish you the best. Maybe there's something we said that was off-putting. Maybe you were tired, maybe we didn't explain it right, whatever the case may be. But if after watching all of these videos, you aren't just head over heels for this organization and can't wait to bring in your closest family and friends, we're talking about your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your kids, anyone who is able to maintain a multi-million-dollar business, if you're not just itching to share this with folks, then it hasn't hit you yet. And there's nothing we can do other than keep showing you this same video. So please take a moment, center yourself, really open your heart and mind to this. Remember the orientation video. Remember the IUL video. Remember all of that as you listen to this last and most important video. And if after that you are at the space where we are at, where you transcend the feeling of it's too good to be true to this is a once in a history of the world time to be a part of something that will forever change humanity. If you can see that, if you can understand that, then walk with us. Okay, here we go. 401ks benefit the corporations, IULs benefit the individual. That's why your company will never offer you an IUL. They can't make any money off of it. That's the sad truth. So this has been around for a long time, and there's just going to be a reckoning when everyone moves into it. And so as ANWO grows and we're starting to make wealth, imagine if 1 million millionaires are made and they're all people like us, how that's going to change the landscape. And all of a sudden, everyone stops putting money in their 401ks and puts in the IULs. This should have happened decades ago, but never did because insurance companies couldn't figure out how to share this with people. This has been around for 20 years. The whole country needs to know about this. This isn't offered in China right now. This isn't offered in Mexico, right? This isn't offered in a lot of other countries. But in Western Europe and in America, it does. Yet no one knows about this. I've talked to so many people over the years. No one has any idea about this. No one knows what this is. We haven't been able to figure out a way to get people to know what it is until now. And it's going to be you guys that are going to help because as we get you guys more and more successful, it's just going to happen. But up until now, all the MLMs haven't had success. Why? Because all they do is recruit, and just let them sit and then they fail. And it's too much, right? Trying to start a business, trying to learn about licensing, trying to sell policies when you haven't made any money, trying to build a team when you're not finding success initially and you still got your job. It's too much. It's too much. So most people fail at it, and the few that succeed aren't enough to really spread the word. So sure, we have, thousands, tens of thousands of people that are very successful. It's not enough. We need hundreds of thousands of people to be successful, millions of people to be successful before everyone will start getting it. Having just 5 or 10,000 people making money off this isn't enough to show that it works. It's just this perfect storm kind of situation that we came up with. And so with this business model of what we're doing, it's just ripe for the picking. Hopefully you're seeing this now. It's crazy. There's such a need for everyone. We're not talking about buying a better car. We're not talking about buying a better carpet or a better TV, or even eating healthier and stuff. We're talking about life. We're talking about actual money that we're doing. And we're talking about a vehicle that can radically change your entire financial situation. And no one knows about it. And the few people that know about it can't afford it. So therefore, no one knows about it. We flipped that. Now that you guys can afford this $500 policy and then also spread the word because you have a business, can you see how this is going to go very, very, very quickly? It's going to spiral. And then with the social media out there, we were talking last night about a group called Earn Your Leisure. Imagine once we have enough wealth to get folks connected with Ian and with those guys and get up there and just start sharing this. They're already mentioning it. If you listen to them, they mention IULs, they mention life insurance, but what they don't know is this. They don't know how. They're up there telling, I remember saying, whenever you buy land, make sure you put a cow on the land. Because if you have one cow on the land, then it counts as a farm, and then you don't have to pay taxes. So they're hustling. They're telling you how to make money in businesses. Imagine once they see this, right? It's going to be crazy. Think of the influence that they have. And that's one group, right? How many millions of other influences are out there? And so once we start showing this to folks and having your testimony and then including the influencers in this, it's when you have something that's this great, the world will hear about it within days, right? If If it's bad, you'll hear about it within days. If it's good, maybe you'll hear it, maybe it'll permeate within the year. But we are imagining within the year, the entire country will become aware of what we're doing, and it'll just be like a fire, just blew everything up in 5 seconds. It'll be that fast. We'll go from 1,000 agents to 100,000 agents in like weeks. Go from 100,000 to millions. It'll be boom, 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 and then that'll be it. And be like, whoa, what just happened? It'll be that kind of fast. So it's this S curve, right? This logistic function right at that spot where it's about to start shooting up. Except our S curve isn't going to take years of market penetration. It's going to happen within days. As soon as this starts getting really, really big, within days, everyone's going to hear about it. It's going to be this big hype, and you'll see it, ANWO, and this, and they'll be demonizing and all this stuff. Meanwhile, people making boom, 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 and then that'll be it. By the time everyone realizes what we've done, it'll be too late. And then we'll be doing other things. It's that quick. It's going to be really fun. This is a nice comparison between the two. My suggestion is have your folks go through this first and then talk with them about it. What did you like? What didn't you like? This and that. And then you can bring your knowledge to this. Leadership is about helping people do what they want to do, what they need to do, what's good for them, but won't necessarily do it on their own. And that's what you're doing, because if the 5 people that you have in mind were successful, they could have done it on their own, they would have already been successful, right? So we all need help, right? I need help. You guys need help. That's why we're all here. So same with the 4 or 5 people that you're reaching out to. They need help too, and it's just kind of getting down into that conversation, right? And so that's why you have your why. And so you might approach the folks that with your why. Hey, this happened to me. Hey, this happened to so-and-so. And because of that, I can't get out of my mind. I really need to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. And I finally found a group that is like-minded. I'm learning a lot. I'm enjoying it. And the first person I thought of was you. Because, I know you. I think we'd work well together. And I know how much you care about your family. I know how much you give to your community. I know how much you are unsatisfied with your job. And so I did think of you. And so I really want to sit down and show you. Can I show you a couple of things that I learned? Just I'll play a small whatever video thing. You don't have to do the 26 raw one. You can do the rule of 72 or this or that. Like, isn't this cool? Yeah, this is really neat. Yeah. I'm learning it so that I can share it, so that I can help people not go through what so-and-so went through or what I went through. Do you feel the same? Is this something that you wish you would have known so that you could have helped other people that you knew have suffered in the past? Yeah, kind of. All right, well, that's what I'm doing. This is deep stuff, right? This isn't selling Beanie Babies or cell phones. This is really changing families' lives, and I really want to work with you on this. Sooner you have those 4 people in, then you're done. Then we can focus on the real issue, which is to help your team be successful, right? To help all the challenges that you experience with me or on your own, you can help them not experience that. So, Tua is really great, but, let me tell you this and this and this to help you faster, right? What really, Tua says a lot of things. These are some things that he said to me that I think relate to you. That's the space we want you in, right? And you can only do that when you've actually brought the 5 people for us to help. So literally at this point, it's on you to do this. But before I get into that, I want to talk a bit about how this works financially. When we sell a policy, a $500 policy, we get paid not only for the first month, but all 12 months in advance. We don't get paid for the rest of our life. There is a small trails, but they pay out 1 year in advance for us. So that creates 6,000 points. Our starting commission is at 30%. Now, remember that initially when we're doing these policies, you're not even writing these policies. Yes, it's a very low percentage, but the reason we do that is because you're not actually doing a lot of the work right now. You're not suggesting people have policies. You're not showing them or doing the teaching. You're not even writing the policy. So all that work and energy you're not using. It's okay that is 30%. Now, for those of you who are life agents and already have 100% commission with another company, do it. Write all your policies with them, no problem. And in order to go from 30% to 45%, you have to meet certain criteria. But what happens if you advance your one leg grows and you haven't yet moved up into the percentage. So Ed brings in Jackson. And while he's trying to bring in another person, Jackson gets excited and he brings in someone. Well, how does that payout work? Ed hasn't moved up in pay yet. So how does that work? Well, this is where Hung's magnanimity comes in. He will honor the percentage even though you haven't earned it yet. If Jackson brings in someone and they do a policy, Jackson will come in at 30%, and then Ed will have 40%. So Ed will override Jackson by 15%, even though he hasn't technically earned it by forming his team of 5 yet. And then let's say Ed brings in another person, but Jackson, brings in another person, and then this person brings in someone. Again, this override happens even though we haven't officially earned it yet. So for this sale, A would be at 30%, Jackson would be at 45%, and Ed would be at 62%. So when this sale happens, this person will get $1,800. This person will get 50% override, or $900. This person will get, and Ed will get 17% override, or $1,020, even though Ed hasn't earned the right to be at that percentage. So that's really beautiful. That's something that was awesome, that really WFG was able to free up 6% in bonuses. So once you get over 80%, I think the next one's like maybe a 5% override, then 4, then 3, or something to that effect as it goes up the ladder. It's like 10 levels is when you get paid up, but you get a 6% override if you meet certain metrics. Well, at the way that we're doing them, we will always get that metrics. So therefore, once you hit this 80% and higher, you're actually going to get a 6% bonus on top of that. So even at the very, very, very top, when all you're getting is 1%, when you're like 10 deep, you're still going to get 6% of that. So it's going to be impossible for us to get 10 deep, because that would mean 9 million people are on your team. And at that 9 million person, you're still overriding at 1 plus 6%. Because of those bonuses. So my point is that you're going to be overriding at about 7 or 8% no matter what thereafter. And the amount of people that you're going to override is going to be crazy. That's where it comes in. And the reason we're starting at 30% is so that you get paid even when we're going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? If we paid you 50% starting, then when your business really took off, you wouldn't make any money, right? So the goal is to make everyone wealthy. Now that we've explained a little of how that override works, I'm going to play a video. This was a presentation where it used to take 90 days to do this. Now, this was because we were trying to be responsible for building your team of 5. And so we were trying to do it for you. And we realized that didn't work because, again, what we're trying to do is build lifelong relationships. So why should we do that? Like, that's what you can leverage. Like, you know who you want to have a lifelong relationship with. I don't know that, right? Look for people who dress and talk and act in a way that you would want to have a business relationship for the rest of your life. It's up to you. Be discerning, be judgmental. You get to choose who you want. And we found that worked much better, and you were much faster at it than we were. So what we used to be able to do in 90 days, we can now do in a few days.
In your first 90 days, we will build you a team of 5 members. On day 1, you will start training and understand how the process works. In the first 90 days, we will build a team of 5 licensed members under you and set you up for 5 life insurance sales. You can expect to earn $1,800 of commission per sale. Therefore, your expected total commission earnings will be $9,000. You will then qualify to be promoted to the next level as an associate.
The commissionable dollars amount in this 90 days changing your life presentation and all other related presentations of a new world of opportunity team are based on the WFG's compensation guideline for the sales of a Transamerica Financial Foundation Indexed Universal Life Product, FFIUL, and other similar approved fixed life insurance products that have the same WFG compensation guidelines, are for the purpose of illustration only, and are subject to change without notice. Within your first 90 days, you will have a team of 5 licensed members under you, and you start on a training associate level with a commission of 30% on personal sales. Each member will bring you $500 per month target premium life sale, which totals a target annual premium of $6,000. As a training associate, you can expect to earn $1,800 for each sale, and earn a total expected commission of $9,000. You are now qualified to be promoted to the next level as an associate.
Okay, so here's where I want to be careful and explain why it's $3,750. Yes, you have $1,800 in sales, so $1,800 in sales times 5 people is $9,000. We take out 30% because you're not licensed yet. Now, we don't take that from you, we just hold it, and we give it back to you when you get licensed. So the reason we do that is because we are putting the work in, and if you don't get licensed or so, we don't want to, you know what I mean? It just doesn't fit right. But the other thing is this is going to be impetus, because every time, instead of paying you $20,000, we pay you $17,000. Instead of paying you $100,000, we pay you $70,000. So that's going to be a fire to make sure you do get licensed, and we'll just hold on to that until you do get it. So when we bring you into the business, we'll bring you in as a non-licensed WFG agent. What that also is nice is that we have some folks who are still, like you might be, still selling insurance for another company at a higher percentage. By not being licensed with us, there's no conflict of interest. Not that we care, but some companies get, upset about that kind of thing being, in two different things, and they may get, so you don't have to worry about that. And then by the time your business is getting up there and you're at that 60 or 80%, boom, then we can officially bring you in. Yeah, if you want to appoint with us and do all that right now, it's fine. It just it will still take a couple of months, and so we're going to be paying you this out much sooner than that. So that'll drop us down to about $6,300. We do still take $2,500 in order to do all this stuff, right? Because he's got staff, we're doing things, there's a lot going on. And again, it's not us, right? We'll help you, but the goal of all of us is to help keep growing this, right? Until we get everyone to be very, very, very successful. So yeah, and it's not 90 days, right? As soon as you bring someone in, then boom, they're ready to go. They do their policy and we start working on their group, right? Same thing, right? Who 5? It's just 5 people. That's what's so beautiful about this business. It's everyone knows 5 people. What you might not know is hundreds of people, and everyone knows 5 people who would be interested in making $500,000 within 6 months or less. Then the only question is, well, wait a minute, which 5 do I really want with me? It's not a question of, do I know anyone?
In another 90 days or within 180 days, we will build you a team of 5 licensed members for each of your 5 recruited associates, and set each of them up for 5 life insurance sales. You can expect to earn $900 per sale in overriding commission. Therefore, your expected total earnings will be $31,500. You will then qualify to be promoted to the next level as a marketing director. Within 180 days, each recruited associate of your team will have their own team of 5, and you now become an associate with a commission level of 45% in personal sales. Each new member will bring you $500 per month of target premium life sales, which totals a target annual premium of $6,000. As an associate, you can expect to earn $900 in overriding commission for each sale, and earn a total expected overriding commission of $22,500. You are now qualified to be promoted to the next level as a marketing director.
In summary, within 180 days, you now have 30 members in total, and have earned a total of $31,500.
And so this, I think we can achieve within like a few weeks, right? Because if we roll with your group of 5 in the next few days, then okay, how long did it take, right? When did the training start? When did you have a group of 5? Maybe in a week. Well, there's no reason why that can't repeat, right? Now, if you are aiming down, right, you look at where you're at in life and look at what your proclivities are, right? Some of you guys have licenses and all this stuff, and you're bringing in someone who, doesn't have a license, who has no clue what's going on, who isn't, the chance of them knowing and being influential is less, right? What we're looking for isn't people who are wildly influential, but at least have some prominence. So if you guys keep focusing on people who are influential, you won't have a problem at all. So I brought in 5 or 10 people, right? And only 2 or 3 actually ended up doing things. So all that means is that I'll bring in some more people. If you bring in 5 folks and one or two are like off to the races and the other two or three aren't, bring in a couple more until we get your five. Now, meanwhile, we're not sitting on our tails either. We're going to be bringing in folks. Just because you have a team of five doesn't mean they're going to stick. Doesn't mean that they're going to produce. Doesn't mean they could get COVID the next day. They could get an accident. They could have a scenario of a disaster where their loved one talks them out of it. Life is going to happen for folks. You are dealing with all that, right? And then their five, you're going to help them become leaders for their team of five. And then you're going to help their leaders become leaders. You're going to be knowledgeable and working at every step of the way, all the way up. So you will deserve your position up there out of respect for what you've done. So there's a lot of really great things about how this is structured, but it only works if the commission is enough to be able to pay everyone out.
You are now qualified to be promoted to the next level as a marketing director. In another 90 days or within 270 days, we will continue building a team of 5 licensed members for each of your team's 25 new recruited members, and setting each of them up with 5 life insurance sales. You can expect to earn $1,020 per sale in overriding commissions. Therefore, your expected total earnings will be $159,000. You will then qualify to be promoted to the next level as a senior marketing director. This is a continuous process, which means in every 90 days, each of your recruited member will have their own team of 5. Now, back to your whole team. Look at that. Let's do the math. You will have a team with a total of 155 members. And as a marketing director, you get 17% in overriding commission per sale.
Within 270 days, each recruited member of your team will have their own team of 5 underneath. And you are now a marketing director with a commission level of 62% on personal sales, and an overriding commission of 17%. Each new member will bring in $500 per month target premium life sale, which totals to a target annual premium of $6,000. As a marketing director, you can expect to earn $1,020 in overriding commission for each sale, and earn a total expected overriding commission of $127,500. You are now qualified to be promoted as a senior marketing director.
In summary, within 270 days, you'll have a total of 155 members, and earn a total of $159,000. You are now qualified to be promoted to the next level as a senior marketing director.
And you look at this, you're like, gosh, this is crazy, right? It's crazy to manage, it's crazy to have happen. But remember what we're doing. All you're focusing on is your team of 5. But we're really strongly having you do that. So when you have this set up of 155 people, you are not in charge of those 155 people, right? Your 5 folks are in charge of their 5. Those 5 folks are in charge of their 5. It's always being in charge of 5. There's only 2 requirements here besides the one policy. One is to be in charge of your team of 5, to know everything about them and what they're doing. And second is to help out ANWO in general a little bit. Meaning once you guys get some money and all that, can you assist on some level? And we're already working on cool ways of doing that. But we want it to be kind of more of a family, and there is a need for some help here and there. We're going to have a compliance team for those who are more detail oriented. We're going to have a let's just get it done team, and we're going to sick you guys on all the other folks to help make sure you get things done. We're going to have an idea team for when we need to come up with more ideas. We're going to have a party team, which is going to be in charge of setting up all of the different venues and sites and leadership institutes and bringing people together and coming up with fun things that we can do, that kind of stuff. So whatever personality you have, there'll be something that you can engage in that totally does it for you, energizes you. All we're doing is doing a policy, building a team of 5, and that's it. The rest is just knowledge about stuff. But since you guys aren't actually selling policies yet, there doesn't have to be a lot of knowledge about anything. We are teachers, so we want you to be knowledgeable, and eventually, within the next week or 2, everyone will get licensed and all that. But once you get licensed, then you'll really understand that. Until now, watching PowerPoints and all that won't make sense. But when you're taking this test over and over again, trying to pass this thing, that's when you'll fully understand the content. It won't be because of my class. It'll be because you passed the test. And once you pass the test, then you will have full knowledge of everything. Then there's really nothing much else to do. So you're seeing how we will make millionaires very, very, very quickly with this. And that's the goal, is to get this going, as fast as possible. We're eradicating poverty, starting with you, right? And so we need to get you out of poverty. We need to get everyone out of poverty, middle class, as soon as possible. It's not like there's a rush or a pressure, but that is the goal. There's nothing else. So the whole education about policies and how can we do this and how do we do taxes, that's all wonderful. But at the end of the day, we need to get you guys wealthy really, really fast, or at least have $500,000 really, really fast. That's going to solve a lot of issues. And imagine how much that's going to open you up. Won't have to work again, right? You can focus on this. You might sleep. You might need less hours sleep or anything. I mean, all of it, all those things. Think about the things that you have to do every day. Shopping, don't have to do that. You pay someone to shop for you. Cooking, don't have to do that. You can have a personal chef, right? How many hours a day are you spending on food? You might work out. You can hire a personal trainer that can accelerate your workout. So what used to take 2 hours of workout, you can get the same results in 20 minutes. And because you're eating healthier, because you hired a chef, now you don't even have to work out as much because your weight and your muscles are all in conjunction because you're eating healthy. So once you have money, it gives you time. And then you can spend that time with your loved ones or building businesses or whatever it is you want to do. So the ultimate goal that right now isn't about getting you licensed or learning about this or getting appointed or anything or talking about this or so. It's literally get your team of 5. Once you have that, then you're done. So whatever you've learned, done learning. Okay, whatever is stuck in your brain, done. Right? Anything that didn't stick, don't worry about it. Okay? You know enough, right? You know what this is, you know that it works. Now the goal is to focus on how are you going to communicate and reach out to your team of 5 as soon as possible. There's one thing I'm learning with this is that is what's tripping people up, is that they're like, great, that was wonderful. Now I'm going to take a day and relax. Now I'm going to take care of this. And a day or two later, it's like, wait, what am I supposed to do? Wait, and you've lost it all. So right now is the time to actually be focusing on your team of 5. All we need to do is focus on that team. If you open a barber shop, you need other barbers. If you open up a restaurant, you need cooks. To run a successful life insurance business, you need a team. Walk into any life insurance agent's office, you'll see administrative assistants, back office support, 1 or 2 life agents. So 1 or 2 people are running a profitable business because everyone else is paid minimally. Not very equitable. So why not train 5 agents to work for you? In exchange, they pay you a portion of the profit. But being a solo life insurance agent, and some of you guys know, is hard work. Meanwhile, you're getting a profit from them without doing much work, also not equitable. So in ANWO, you will train 5 people to run their own life insurance business. Now they all make really good money and you get a percentage, so everyone wins. Now, if each business partner is earning $200,000 or more, that's $1 million business. Would you trust this business to 5 strangers? You only want to be with the 5 people that you can actually really trust and be with. So this is your team, your inner circle, right? Things will go wrong. Money might go missing. Someone might have a real life challenge. There could be arguments. And with hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line, you need to be able to trust those 5. So it's just something to focus on. This is how you would approach family. My company is paying people to set up and run a successful life insurance business. I thought of you because we're family. And this is if you don't want to ask them specifically. I'm wondering if you know anyone who is looking for an opportunity. Well, I guess I have some news. I'm finally starting my finance business, or I'm starting my finance business. Pause, right? Thank you. I actually think your energy or personality would be a great fit for what I'm doing. I want to see if you'd be open to possibly working with me. So my suggestion is if there are family or friends you want to talk to them first. Say if you'd like to have a lunch or so, right? This is a person you really want to invest a good portion of your life with over the next, however many years you'll be doing this business. Take them out to lunch, give them a coffee, whatever it is, go say hi, go over to the family and watch this with them. Show this to them and ask them what they think. Have them watch the video, ask them what they think, right? Have a conversation, show that interest. The more interest you show in them, the more they're going to realize that this is meaningful for you, the more they're going to be able to hear the message you have to say.